Hey everybody, it's Mary Jane from musictherapyworks.com here to do something I've never done before on my YouTube channel and on my website and on my blog, etc., etc., etc. And that is an unbagging video. So today I went to go get some teal colored string for a book binding project that I'm working on. And I decided that while I was out, I would go to the Dollar Tree and see what was going on. I did get the teal cord. But while I was at the Dollar Tree, I found a lot of different things that I'm going to take into my clinic and use with my clients. And I thought maybe you'd be interested in seeing what I got and hearing a little bit about what I'm going to do with them. And so I just wanted to let you know, I have this huge disclaimer, which I have to start off with because it really frustrates me when this happens to me. Don't want you all to be frustrated about it. But I really, really get frustrated when people say, look what I found at the dollar spot at Target. You need to rush out and go get these things right now because they're perfect for music therapy. And I go to the dollar spot and they're not there. And even worse, when I ask people who work at Target about it, they don't know what I'm talking about. It's just a big old mess. And so I want to say, first of all, that you may not be able to find these things at your local Dollar Tree or Dollar Market or low-cost store that's nearby you. But if you find things that are similar at various places, then you can certainly use those generalization skills that we are good at doing as music therapists and generalize the kinds of things that I found and what I'm doing into what you have and what you can collect and create. So enough talking, let's get into, well, there will be more talking, but let's get into the unbagging video because I'm pretty excited about what I got, some of the new ideas, and some of the old ideas that I have as well. So stay tuned. So the first thing that I got were these set of splash balls, and these are to be used in the pool, and as you can see, there are 2 big and 4 small. Now I've had some of these for many, many years, and a long, long time ago, these were not quite as squishy. Now the squishy ones get flat and have to be replaced pretty often, and so I have not just 3 sets like you can see here, and for some reason the video just kind of does its thing here, but 4, and then 5, and 6, and 7, and 8 packs of these, because I've got groups of kids, we throw balls all over the place, so it's time to get some. And so I got these, and in addition I found 3 packages, I think it's only 3, of 4 balls each. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so I have a bunch of new balls to put into my ball bag, which is good because we use these all the time. The next thing that I got were some flashcards. Now these are really great alphabet flashcards. I've got them in a smaller set, and some of my kids are really, really loving them. And then I got some Pete the Cat flashcards, but I was not done. My students love these Echo microphones, and unfortunately, they are not extremely durable, and so I buy them whenever I can find them. My Dollar Tree rarely has them. And then I've got some Color Forms board games. Now these are great. So you can see here I have the Trouble game. They come in a box. I'll probably end up laminating and then doing some Velcro things with these boxes, just because I want to keep all the pieces together in ways that are easy for me to store in my clinic. So you can see there when you open up the box, you get a game board. I'm just going to use the Trouble as the example. And then it comes with a direction sheet, like this one right here, which tells you how to play Trouble. And then this comes with a variety of game pieces. They pop out. Sometimes Color Forms you could take off and use, but these are actually pieces, so I'm going to need an envelope in there for them. And then each one of them has a Color Form piece. Now you can use the white pieces or you can use the Color Form pieces. You put them in their spot, and then there's a little bitty dice. Now in my clinic, can't use it at all. I need a bigger dice for this, and so that'll be part of what's happening, but I think the dice is just really cute. And then you move and you play the game Trouble the way you usually do. Now, as a music therapist, I am, of course, going to do something musical with these games. I don't know exactly what yet, but the nice thing is I can figure it out as I go along. We have the color form sheet, so you can put the different pieces on that you need to put on at various times, and then you can peel them right back off again and put them back. Color forms was something I played with a lot when I was little, and so I'm thrilled to have these new boards that come in a variety of sizes, shapes, colors, all kinds of board games that I've loved for a long time. So as you can see here, I got Trouble, I got Chutes and Ladders, and I got Hi Ho Cherry-O, and I got Sorry. And so I'm thinking of different ways to use these to incorporate our coping skills and our number recognition, all kinds of different ways to go. So here is a little bit more of a close-up with the Pete the Cat. These work specifically on vowel sounds and talk about oohs and ohs, and there's a short vowel and a long vowel. If you're working with kids on enunciation, on articulation, on recognizing vowel sounds, these are really good to have. One of the things that I don't like about them is that all of the pictures on the back are the same, and so that makes it a little bit harder for my music therapy clients to differentiate between long sounds and short sounds and that kind of stuff. Sorry that the video keeps stuttering. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that, but you know, I'm learning, so here we go. So the next batch that I'm going to show you here are my national, well, they're not the National Geographic. They're the teaching tree version of the alphabet flashcards. And I love these because of their pictures. They're gorgeous pictures. I like that they include some of the beginning sounds that we have in our vocabulary. And as you can see, as the picture catches up again, there are lots of different animals. And so it's not your typical, and only your typical C is for cat. No, we've got a cow, we've got a cheetah, we've got our zebra, we've got our armadillo. I mean, come on, how could you not love these? I have students who will just use these for leisure options all the time. And look at those pictures. They're absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so one of the things that I do with my balls, my splash balls here, is I always label them, and I label them in two different ways. I label them with a symbol, and I label them with my initials, MJL. One of the criticisms that I have of this batch of balls that I didn't have with the first batch that I got was that these are all identical. There is no differentiation. So I have a whole bunch of brand new ones. And as you can see here, I'm just putting my initials on there, MJL. That way, if they end up going back to class, I never write anything on the labels, because the labels get ripped off by most of my students. They don't like them, and so I will probably end up cutting them off before I give them to my clients to work with. But I always do my 1, 2, 3 dots. That's just the thing I've chosen to use as my primary form of identification. And then I work through and do all of these, mark every single piece of everything that goes into my clinic, because I want to make sure that it's understood that it belongs to me and that clients can use them, but they're using them. So here's a little tip. You can see this ball bag here. It has a little clip that you can use to close up different things. I unfortunately am a bit of a hoarder, and so I keep all of the net bags and things that we have. And so keeping this top means that I can open and close the bag as needed and necessary. So if I want to put shaker eggs in the bags, or put these splash balls back in, put 4 of the little ones into a bigger bag just to see how it works, put them in with some jingle bells, something like that, that would be a way I can go. And so I always keep the lids and the pieces that they come in. So now you're going to see me mark some of my splash balls, and these are very popular at my facility. We use them to toss to each other. We play question answer balls. So if you're holding the purple star ball at the end, you ask the question, and if you're holding the yellow splash ball, or splotch ball at the end, you answer that question. We use them to throw drums. At drums. And our rule is that you throw it at the drum and it has to bounce off the drum before anybody else touches it or gets hit by it. And that works out pretty well. Not always, but pretty well. We'll toss to the beat. We will toss back and forth just because we can. We will spend some time doing things. Let's see, what else do we do with these balls? We practice paddle drum bouncing. And so we bounce the ball on the paddle drum up, down, over and over and over again. We try to see if we can make our break our record. We'll throw these on paper plates to choose songs for our playlists. We will experiment with them. Like if I set this down, then if I throw this at this drum, what sound does it make? And if I throw it at this drum, what sound does it make? Can we get all of the drums in a line, and how many drums can we get the ball to roll onto or to bounce on before we're done? So lots and lots of different things for these particular balls. I like them because if you get hit by one, it's probably not necessarily going to hurt a whole lot. I don't like it because there are times when the seams are broken, and so I don't like to keep those balls in the batch because my kids will peel them and take them off. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to this channel and hitting the notification alert so you can get notified of new videos. Thanks all. Bye.